Every time before we quote, I hear.
Hello, welcome back to Tramama House. We're so happy to have you join us. New year, more episodes. So yes, we're gonna be having some changes with our channel. So it's good stuff. Today, oh my gosh, I want to talk about social media and the impact of it. Of course, lots of pros and cons. But yeah, I mean, you know, with TikTok having been banned recently, I was like, oh my gosh, the world is changing. Because, you know, I remember thinking of like when COVID first happened and how everyone went to TikTok. And that's how a lot of people like created community and just coped and like a lot of laughter and stuff. And also, I feel like that's how a lot of news has been spreading. I don't know about you, but I don't be watching the news, but a lot of the information I get is from social media specifically. So I was like, oh my gosh, social media has so much impact, whether it be like, you know, the...
Politics?
Yes, especially politics. That's how I find out about stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I've got some thoughts on it, but that young generation, they were picking up on what was going on in life, like in Palestine and all sorts of things. And yeah.
Besides,
if you know, you know.
Yeah. Besides you, that's how I found out about the ceasefire. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Really?
Updates on that. Yeah, I don't watch the news.
Okay.
How did you find out about
I go on TikTok when you send me TikToks.
Okay.
Otherwise,
I'm talking about social media in general.
Right. Yeah. So if you don't send me a video on TikTok, or I don't randomly post a video on TikTok, I don't ever go on TikTok. So how I found out was... I follow Palestinians who are on the ground in Gaza. So that's how I knew. But mine was also on social media. Otherwise, there's Telegram, which is like an encrypted platform where you can text. And so there are those. But otherwise, I would say most people rely heavily on social media for communication, period, or, you know, politics, whatever.
Yeah. It's gotten us so far. Like, if you think about it, like 20 whatever years ago, we didn't really have access to the internet like that. So much has changed within the last 2 decades. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, lots of good things too. I know that I've heard of people connecting with like old childhood friends and things like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow.
There definitely are some benefits and, you know, pros to social media. But I think when I think of social media, I can't help but think of our generation being called the most depressed generation, with the highest rates of like people unaliving themselves, being like young children in our generation, because social media makes it very easy to compare yourself to everyone's highlight reels.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that. And, you know, I think there was an episode or like podcast episode from Dave Ramsey, and he was talking about how like, well, there was this girl that called in. She was like, I'm in my 30s and like, what do I do? You know, like, I see a lot of people living like such a good life and driving these really fancy cars. And he was like, that's all you see on social media. Like, they only show the highlight reels, literally. They only show the highlights. But then what you don't see is what happens behind the scene. And like, that's so true. Because like, even us, like, okay, you see us when we put on makeup and we're having these discussions. But like, behind the scenes, it's literally not like that. Like, let me be real with you. Like, I struggle with my mental health. I've had a rough few weeks, right? But then like, that's how life is. There are ups and downs, and like, don't compare yourself, because what you see on social media is not exactly what's like the reality of things for some people, you know?
Have you seen that meme where it was like, we are the saddest generation with the happiest pictures? I think about that often.
That's so sad.
Because it's true. Like, who's gonna be out there being like, I can't, well, I was gonna say, people be like, I can't pay my rent, but I know a lot of people who be like that, I guess. But I think, I mean, I be seeing it sometimes on my feed. I'm like, what? Sending you love? I literally don't know. Like, so many people are struggling. And I think that's why when people like crash out on the internet, I'm like really sensitive towards that, because it's like, I can't imagine what you're going through to put it out there. Why is it funny?
Because I literally shared a reel the other day about how, like, man, some days you just want to crash out, but then social media print is real. And it's like, dude, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I want to crash out. I want to be like, F this person for effing me in this way. And, like,
girl.
But then it's like, oh, I got to remain classy. I be crashing out sometimes. Like, even on this channel, when I look at our old videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was very not classy of me, and I want to work on like not cussing as much and like just the way I respond to things. I feel like sometimes
I feel you.
It's like very impulsive, because it's so easy to just post, you know, especially on your story, because it's like you think it's temporary because it's 24 hours, but then it's like, oh my gosh, like, girl, be careful. So that's what I'm learning to do too.
Yeah. I get it. So I mean, definitely a lot of cons with social media, but let's talk about some benefits of social media.
Okay.
You be sending me some really funny videos. Okay, I know that's not like as deep as what y'all thought we was talking about. You think so? Yeah, girl, I could not stop laughing about that video you sent me on TikTok of me listening. Someone at church telling their testimony,
and the guy was like, low key proud of what he used to do. Like, yeah, I used to bang 10 girls, or like, you know, it's just like,
I don't miss that life though. You know,
I used to be addicted to porn. Like, that just.
I used to make so much money.
Okay, but benefits. Oh my gosh, I love. What is it called? We the Urban on Instagram.
Yes.
They have such great posts, like just words of like affirmation and just things that'll like uplift your mental health. And so I need like accounts like that on my feed. I can't be doing no other stuff. Well, I can, but like I need those.
I can't be doing other stuff. I agree.
Yeah. Like what you see, like what you feel
that's
your
life
life
algorithm.
with. Yes. And I'm like, okay, I need florals. I need words of affirmation.
Yes.
I need like friends and family. I need uplifting things. I need humor, funny stuff. Yeah. What about you? What are some things that have impacted you for the better?
Oh my gosh. I think my absolute most favorite thing about like social media is how similar we all are. Like somebody will post something, I'm like, wait, they took that straight out of my brain. Like we're all so different, but at our very core, we all have like the same life. To the point I'm like, we all live in the same life or something?
Yes.
That's crazy.
They always comment like, we've never had a single experience.
Yes.
Like our own
that's
experience.
facts.
That's kind of cool.
And like, because we're so deep, I'm like, so then we should be more caring towards each other. We should be more empathetic. Like what? There's no new experience.
It's like we can connect with people across the world. Like I've met random people across the world through social media.
Oh, yeah. For real? I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I'd be finding them on TikTok and then they add me on Instagram and then we become friends. I'm like, oh, cool.
I only get the creepy ones.
Oh, that's okay.
I was going to say the opposite though, of where when I travel, I meet people and then I connect with them on social media. And these are the people that I feel like they're so great. Like social media keeps us in contact and it's like we have a little community away from each other.
You get to reconnect with old friends. I be trying to connect with old friends, but then they don't add me back.
They're like, who is
South Dim?
Who is South Dim?
Yeah, but you have me. Oh, they didn't add me back. That's okay. Maybe they like don't know who I am.
They're like, who is this model adding me? She's got to be fake.
No, but yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
what else is
there are
good
many
about
amazing
it?
things. Oh my gosh. We cannot talk about social media without talking about how last year we witnessed a genocide on social media. You guys,
it's like whether it's documented in the media and with our very own eyes, like it's like people still don't believe it or they just see it and don't care.
Mark my word, that will become that will be the first time in our human existence where our future generations are going to be like, wait, you guys watched this happen live. That is insanity to me. Like that's not normal. And seeing and trying to talk to people about it and they're like numb. Like I don't understand how seeing limbs of little children, how that's normal. It's difficult.
It shouldn't be normal. It's not okay.
Yeah.
It's not normal.
So, sorry, again, that was a con.
I know, I'm sorry. You're trying to focus on the pros. That's why I tried sticking to it.
I guess the pro is that, like, the propaganda wasn't working anymore. Because when you have people on the ground who are like, actually, this is what's happening.
Awareness to what's happening.
It broke my heart.
But people are still so ignorant, even with the news right in front of you.
They choose to be ignorant. So, ignorant is when you don't know.
Yeah. But I agree with you earlier about the cons about like comparing yourself to others. It's easy to be like, oh, they look like they're enjoying life so much and I'm over here struggling. Especially with like body image, and that's something we'll have to talk more about in the future. But
goodness.
Like with influencers on social media, it can be easy to be like, oh, they look so good. I want to look like that. I want to have like tits and ass like that, and I want to have.
Oh my gosh, her waist is so snatch. Like
but it's like that's just not the reality of things. And when we sit down, our tummy comes out, and like in pictures, it like we're not gonna be perfect, and that's okay.
There was this speaking of comparison. I try very hard not to compare myself to anyone, period. But like, it reminded me of the story of this girl where she had like over 1 million followers, and she decided to do a meet and greet. 0 people showed up. And that made me really sad for her, because social media gives you the like idea that like there's so many options, like that you're this and you're that, and so the comparison puts you in this illusion of that, like, I don't know, like it's just not reality.
Yeah. And then it can also be easy to like post and then be like, oh wait, like how many people viewed this, or how many likes did I get?
Oh my gosh.
It can make people really obsessive. And honestly, like sometimes like that's what I would do in the past, even if I didn't care. But it's just like you just get, even if there's nothing to do, you just are finding yourself naturally checking things. It's just like, wait, there's so much more to do in life. Like, why are we so addicted?
Dick. okay. Sorry, we should probably cut that one out.
Why are we so addicted to social media? Like, we need to realize more things. But
oh my gosh, I think it is so not cool of me when I'll turn my phone off and I'll open it up and I'll put it on Instagram and I'll close out Instagram and I'll just open up Instagram again. I'm like, wait, why did I just do that? Like, I catch myself being in this, like,
our bodies are like,
oh my gosh,
like robots sometimes. We're just like, we're
this
doing
autopilot of just doing it.
Yeah.
Also, another thing about social media that happens a lot with guys, like, they'll stalk me. Like, I'll delete them and, we don't talk anymore, and then they'll just continue to stalk me. One thing that I thank God that I do not do is I do not stalk. I just can't, because I kind of have, like, there's certain things I'm obsessive about, and I just have never done that.
That's great.
That's gotta be so difficult when you can't help it. When you're like, what is she up to? What is he doing?
That's a lot on you mentally. I remember when I used to be a stalker, I used to stalk people like crazy. And
really?
I'm like, that did nothing good for me. Yes. Yeah, right. I'd be up at night crying and stuff. And I'm like, wait.
Wait, you would cry?
Yes. Because it's like you want to see how they're doing. And like then you get sad, the girls' pictures that they're liking.
Oh,
and then it's like, what the hell is going on here? Something's wrong. Like they literally like F you up in the head. But
I agree.
Mental health. It affects you. It makes you like obsessive and crazy. And I don't blame you if you are, but like if you are a stalker, please get help if you want.
Oh my gosh, another.
And work on that,
I'm sorry, I know we keep trying to talk about the pros, and there are a lot of pros. But I got another thing to say about this, is that like social media takes so much of your time, like your energy, the time that you could be spending with your loved ones, you could be outside. When I be on my walks and I see kids playing with like fallen trees, it is like one of my favorite things. Like, I miss kids playing outside.
Yeah, that's true, because I feel like sometimes we are so into social media, we forget to be in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, even sometimes, like, when we go on vacation, I'm like, okay, I try to be intentional, like, not always have my phone with me, because I want to enjoy our trip fully.
I feel you on that.
Yeah. Because it can be like, oh, I want to show everyone that I'm here, and then like, look at this amazing food. But I'm like, okay, I want to learn to be like, I don't need to post everything. I don't need to tell the world everything, every little thing that I'm doing. I'm just gonna be in the moment and be present. And that's what I would like to do more. Moving forward.
That's a good one. I should probably do that too.
Yeah. But social media, I feel like it really helps with connecting with people. For example, us with Your Mama House, us launching our stuff on Instagram and YouTube. We love you guys.
We read all your messages. I'm sorry, we really try to respond.
It's allowed us to connect with people. We did not expect to like reach out to us. The people
y'all like our videos. Thank you. Please keep engaging with us, because
the few 5 of you. Thank you.
We make it big. Y'all getting merch.
Yes, for real.
I mean it.
We're not gonna forget you, 5.
So if there are more of you and you want to keep being that 5, just keep engaging.
Yeah, no, for real. We know you by name.
We do. We love y'all. We talk about y'all. It actually keeps us going. Yeah. Like if it's just one person.
Even if it's one person, it's like
even if it's just me watching
our message touched you, like. Literally, it touches me. Like sometimes I'm bored, I'm eating lunch. I'm like, oh, I should watch this episode.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes like. We have family. We have some family who support us in this. And sometimes I'll listen to them listening to our podcast. I'm like, who watches this? Shmoey.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Shane and Shmoey are so supportive. And like, there's so much love. Like that is,
Yeah, and like even if we don't have viewers, because we're not doing this for views.
Yeah.
I remember like thinking like, okay, even if we don't have views, at least we have us. Like I'm so excited one day for us to become older and then look back at us in our videos and be like, wow, we were in this season of life and this is how much I've grown since. You know,
it's like a progress.
Yes, because we've only been doing this for like the past few months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like I'm already changed than who I was when we first began.
I feel like I changed since the first video we filmed today. Just kidding.
They don't know.
You're right. Video. Sorry. You're right.
I'm kidding. Oh no, I forgot to put on earrings.
Oh no.
But anyways, yeah, it's like, you know, social media, we sometimes feel like everything has to be perfect. But hey, look at me. I forgot my earrings and that's okay. We're still posting this.
I can't believe she forgot her earrings.
But yes, I mean, so many pros and cons of social media. We thank you all for being here, and we're so happy to connect with you, and we are so grateful that because of social media, we can find you here and like we get to grow with each other, and we look forward to continuing to do that. And we know we're so grateful that we continue to have platforms like YouTube and Instagram to connect with you all. And thank you, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks, guys.